Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is my second Philips vlog. In the first one I was visiting the CT scanner testing site, which was really cool, so check that out. And now I'm gonna go and see the portable ultrasound device here at Philips in Hamburg, and then talk with Anna that writes her thesis here. So tag along! Jan Christopher.
It's Jan Christoph, but Jan is fine actually.
Jan is fine. It's so funny, like everybody has double names but just want to use one.
It's true. I don't want to use my double name as well.
So this is Jan for everyone. And you were a trainee first at Philips,
Yes.
and now you're a full-time employee.
That's true. So what I do is I have like technologies coming from the US, for example, the ultrasound devices, and I try to...
That you produce at Philips in US? Or?
Yes, exactly. We produce them in the US, and what we're doing here in the markets, we try to really get the customer inside and get them into the products and being able to communicate that to our customers in the market.
And I know that you have an ultrasound
I do,
with you as well. We want to see that later. So that would be really cool. And what have you studied before, by the way?
So maybe just to give an insight of what I did before, I actually have started within Philips as an intern. So,
you already started as an intern?
Yes, I did.
And then as a trainee?
And then I moved into the trainee program, and then I moved into the full-time employee. So it's like a...
Okay, so you would definitely recommend Philips, I guess, because you stayed here. So.
Yes, I would. So maybe to give you that background information, I started studying biomedical engineering.
Yes, okay.
In a bachelor. So that's
here in Hamburg or?
In Lübeck. So I started in Lübeck, and I was interested in medical technology and everything around it. You know, I'm pretty much in school already. I loved physics and everything around it and medicine. So I figured that would be the great way to go. But when I moved on in the studies, I figured that I'm not really the kind of person that sits in the room and is developing something.
Okay, that's
You know you cannot relate to that. I've seen it already on your blog. So, you can't relate. But I wanted to understand what is the purpose behind this? Why am I developing it? How do I bring added value with my solution to the customer? And is what I'm doing right now really the right thing that would be needed for the customer in the future in the medicine?
And did you already figure that out in your bachelor or in your...
I think in the very end of my bachelor, maybe. When I got at the end of my bachelor, I was wondering what should I do? You know, what's the next step for me?
And that's where you started to look for internships, or...
You know, getting into a job without any practical experience into a good company, for example, is not possible. I think we have to be honest there. You need to have some kind of background, some kind of working experience. So I made the decision that I would actually extend my bachelor's, so it wasn't a requirement, so I extended for this semester and applied at Philips.
But okay, so you started your internship here in 6 months.
Yes, I did.
And what exactly did you do then?
So that is another... I was like very long way to get here, so...
But I think that's good, like you need to try different things.
Yeah, that's true. So I haven't told you that, but during my bachelor's studies, I actually got into this educational program for a year that was online most of the time, so you could do it after you studied, and then you get this certificate as a regulatory affairs manager.
Oh, okay.
So when I figured out that would be interesting at first, so to understand why and how these products are introduced in the markets, so I thought it would be interesting. I got into this certification program, and then I also applied after that in the regulatory affairs department in the production of X-ray tubes and Philips.
Okay.
So I got in there, and I was, doing things that interns do when they start. So like,
what is that?
in the medical regulatory affairs field, it's like looking at processes, trying to make sure that the processes are uploaded in the QMS, the quality management system, in the right manner. If I had to give someone advice to start within Philips or maybe a big company, I can't really tell how it is within others. But my experience is that you can hide yourself quite well if you want to and be in your comfort zone. That's easy because you have so many employees. Everyone thinks, okay, that's being done and he does that. But you really have to step out and you have to try to demand tasks and have to try to demand projects. And if you do that, then other people would really appreciate that and give you and reward you. I think that really got me further because based on the internship, I got my master's thesis also within Philips, because there was a project that a manager took me with, and there was like this thing, and I said, okay, that's so interesting. I would want to support. I can just try to make my way in it, and I will initiate the meetings and everything. And he said, yeah, that's actually quite a cool project. We need to look further into this. There was actually developing some kind of measurement uncertainty process for like X-ray tube testing and
Okay.
regarding a specific regulation.
So you did your master thesis here as well, and then you applied for the traineeship.
Yes.
And is
yes,
that like a 1 year thing or?
That is a 2-year thing.
2 year
actually.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you go to different parts than Philips?
Exactly. So what you do within the trainee program is that you have like 2 big assignments and 1 assignment in between. You can do that for 2 months actually, and go somewhere else. And I did that. I went to Seattle in America, where we have our ultrasound factory. So this is where I've spent 2 months, and I was working on a business case there for our ultra mobile system and to position it in the pre-hospital market.
I'm really curious about your machine that you have with you.
So
I thought maybe I
show
could
you.
And show a little bit of. So this is a portable.
This is like the portable ultrasound solution that we have. It's like the smallest one. It's called the Lumify. We have different transducers. So transducers are pretty much those, like the ones you hold in your hand.
Exactly. And they're shaped in different ways to get like to different depth or different sizes
for different applications. So you have like, if you want to have a look at superficial images, you would have the linear transducer. If you want to get deeper,
this is the linear, right?
This is the linear, exactly. You would have like a U-shaped form.
Oh, and you need the gel, so it doesn't
scatter. Get it real
scatter.
quick. It's at my desk. I don't know how much time you have.
Yes, get the gel.
Get the gel.
We got the gel.
Yes, this is it. Found it. So you have to put gel on the probe to make sure that the ultrasound waves can travel through air, because air is like not a good thing, and you won't get any image. So I just started the Lumify app, and then I'm already good to go. You already see an image, and this product is designed to be very easy to use. So as you can see, everyone who has a phone pretty much would know what he has to do here. You have like 2 wheels that you can just touch, and the image would change. That's the depth. And then the second thing is the gain. It's like it's contrast basically. So it would enhance like the structures that are there with a specific gray value. And this is quite a good thing for telemedicine.
Yeah,
purposes.
definitely.
So in rural areas, for example, in Africa, we have also placed this device where you have like areas where you don't have doctors. You have like centers where doctors are, and then someone can sit in that center, see that image, and tell you, okay, that might be a bad condition. You have to get into hospital. It's not a bad thing.
And I know you also had the other program which showed the 3D model.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. So what do we have here?
Yeah, this is actually an application that I have on my laptop, and what you can see here is my heart, to be honest, so you can really look at it is an ultrasound scan from one of our premium systems that we have done, and what you can see here is basically the different chambers of the heart, and you can also see like this structure, that the right ventricle and the right atrium. And those are the valves that you can see that are pumping up and down. So this one and this one. You have the mitral valve and the tricuspidal valve. So what I wanted to show you is that we do have applications also on the systems, not on the laptop. So you will have them on the ultrasound system as well, where you can just push one button and you will see a 3D volume of your heart. So our X-matrix probes, that's how they're called, acquiring a 3D image of your heart. You just have to place the transducer on top, and then you have like the volume. It's a little bit like a CT scan. You can also like slice through them and see different angles. And then if you just, as you can see here, this is how a volume would look like. It's over here. You have like this 3D image. I would just click and it would create automatically, and I would calculate, and then it would create like a 3D model of my heart and give me also information about the most interesting measurements. And
is this software like made here in Hamburg or somewhere else?
So it is like a little bit split. So Philips has a research site in Hamburg as well. So part of it, algorithms and stuff, might be developed there. But then also it's going to America, where we have production sites, and so it is. I think it's a collateral approach, like a global project that is being,
So if you're a developer and you think this is very interesting, you can still apply for the Hamburg office?
I think so, yes. We have the research site here. If you're really into like developing and research, that might be something you should look into. And then obviously there are different stages. You have like the production, the manufacturing, the design, then you have like the marketing.
I know you had also some 3D ultrasound images of... Maybe we can see that.
Yeah, sure. So I can show you like baby photos if you want to see them first. They're very easy to see, and this is also something that most of the people, as I talked before, think of ultrasound and think of those fuzzy images,
That's
black
the
and white.
first thing that you think of.
First thing, yeah. So we have like filters and algorithms that try to create a realistic image.
Yeah.
And those are examples for that. So you will see that you can see the baby's face, for example. We have even algorithms around that will disable the structures that might cover the baby's face with one click.
Oh, wow.
And then you can really see, okay, this is the baby. So
That's so cool.
we try to make that as easy as possible.
Yeah.
And also, if you take a step away from the babies, it might even help if you look at, for example, the heart. So this is like a valve that you can see from the top. This is also acquired from a 3D image, and this is being reconstructed with the algorithm that we have. And I think almost everyone is able to see what that is, and it's quite easy. Understand that, and you can place light sources around that to see if there's open structures or something's getting through.
How detailed is it, like compared to real life? Do you know?
It depends. So basically the resolution is quite good. It always depends on the transducer and the system that you have. But basically we only take the information that is there on the ultrasound scan. We don't really add up anything.
But as a doctor, can you diagnose based on these images too, or?
Yeah, so I think most of the time the diagnosis itself would rely on the 2D image and on the further investigation that we'll do with the system itself. So this is pretty much to get a first impression, and also I think it's a good tool to talk to the patient about specific things, visualization. So
that's really cool. And I guess some of you are like, this is super interesting, I want to work there. So yeah, you're like, yes, it is.
It is, yeah.
So my question to you is also, if somebody wants to do what you've done and done an internship or a trainee position, how's the process to get there?
We have a lot of trainees that are working in very different fields within Philips. But my way was that I just applied for the trainee program. We have like a regular trainee intake within DACH. So we would hire a couple of trainees every year, and you can apply for the program regularly. The first thing was that online test that we had to do. It's an automatic test where you just had to fill out a couple of logic questions. The second thing would be an interview. So like interview with a person, which is about basically your personality and your motivation. What do you want to do in your life? And then they just try to figure out if you're the kind of person that might, be interesting for the trainee program and the positions that are open.
So after this interview, what do you do then?
Then the next gate would be the assessment centers. So then I think
what
around,
you do there?
I can't really tell you what we do there because I would get in trouble with our HR. So, but I can tell you, like there are around 10 people invited to the assessment center.
Okay, yeah.
It's like 2 days, and
2 days.
2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. You get into a nice hotel, and then you can stay there, and you have managers and observers there that pretty much look at you and your performance, what you do there.
Ah, okay.
And you have like tasks that you're being exposed to, and you have to try to solve those tasks. And it actually was fun for me, and I think for the most of the other guys it was fun as well, because it is an atmosphere that is quite nice. The tasks are obviously you have time pressure, that's always the case, but they're doable, and I think it's more about how you get structured, how you do these things, and who you are, and getting on to work with those tasks. I'm not really about putting you under pressure or something. That's not really the purpose of all that.
Cool. So you should definitely apply. And can you do it all year round, or is it a specific period?
I think you can do it all year around. So you have those open, you can see them on the internet, and then also even when you start in the trainee program, it's also kind of individual.
Okay, well, you guys should apply. And I think in this video linked below, I would have also a link to open positions and other stuff that you can apply for. So they should apply.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to see you.
Good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.